Overcoming the fear of rejection. Dear friend, I know there's a part of you that has retreated, that has stayed silent when you wanted to speak, that has denied your own dreams, all because you were afraid of being rejected. You might hide it with a smile by keeping yourself very busy, with reasonable excuses like, I don't really need that. But deep down inside, there's a question that never leaves. What if they don't need me? I'm here not to fix you. I'm here to breathe with you and to help you name that fear with a gentleness no one ever taught you to offer yourself. Dear friend, being afraid of rejection doesn't make you weak. It makes you human, because only those who truly long for connection know the fear of being turned away. Perhaps you were once ignored in a group of friends. Perhaps someone once told you you're not enough. Perhaps your heart opened, only to be quietly closed again. And since then, you learned to withdraw. You learned to not need. You learned to walk alone, but your heart still yearns for someone to see you, to hear you, and to say, I choose you. Today, I invite you to sit down. You don't need to do anything. Just breathe and feel that the fear of rejection is real. You're not weak because you're afraid. You're strong because you're daring to face it, instead of running away. You're opening up. You're being honest. And that is beautiful. I acknowledge the fear of rejection within me. I don't judge myself for it. I'm opening my heart gently, safely. Dear friend, now that you've sat down and named that fear, we'll go back together to where it began. Part 2, looking at the first memory, the moment you started believing you weren't enough to be chosen. Dear friend, when we dare to name our fear, it no longer controls us. And now, I invite you to step lightly backward with me, not to relive old memories, but to see them with new eyes, eyes of love and understanding. Close your eyes. Place your hand on your heart and let your body guide you to the first moment when you began to believe you weren't enough, that you weren't chosen. Perhaps you were a child raising your hand to speak, and the teacher chose someone else. Perhaps you wrote a card for someone you liked, but they never responded. Perhaps you simply sat alone in the schoolyard, watching a group of friends laugh without inviting you. It wasn't anything grand, but a child's heart doesn't need a reason to feel left behind. That heart only remembers one thing: I wasn't chosen. And from then, a quiet belief took root. I'm not good enough. I should shrink. I shouldn't expect. Dear friend, I'm not asking you to recall this to hurt again. I'm inviting you to return, to embrace the child from that time. The one standing in that memory is the inner child within you. Imagine they're standing in the corner of the classroom, hands clasped tightly, eyes wide, waiting for a glance, a nod, just to know they're chosen. And now, you, the adult today, can walk over, kneel down, and look into their eyes and say, you didn't do anything wrong. You deserve to be loved, even if others didn't see it. Dear friend, the fear of rejection didn't start today. It began with a small heart that didn't understand why it wasn't reached for. Now, you can reach that child with the love they've always waited for. And in this moment, they're no longer left behind. I look back at my memories with compassion. I no longer judge the child within me. I choose to be the first to tell them, you are enough. Dear friend, when you've walked back to the past with light in your hands, it's time to realize something sacred. Beneath that fear, there's a part of you that has never been rejected the light within you. Dear friend, after you've looked back at the first memory of the fear of rejection, it's time to do something no one ever taught you. Look at yourself through the light of compassion, not with a critical gaze, not with the question, why was I like that? Not with the familiar voice in your head, I shouldn't have been so weak, but with a light as gentle as the morning sun, a light that doesn't question, doesn't interrogate. It simply shines to let you see that you were never wrong for wanting to be loved. Imagine, before you is a clear mirror, but this time it doesn't reflect your current image. It reflects your soul, the light hidden beneath all your defenses. You step forward without makeup, without trying to seem strong, just you with the cracks in your heart, with the fear still trembling faintly in your chest. You look into the mirror and you see one thing. Even though you've been rejected, even though you've withdrawn, even though you've closed your heart, the light within you has never gone out. You don't need to be enough to be loved. You don't need to be perfect to be chosen. You don't need to be worthy to stay, because there's a part of you that has never rejected you. That part is still here, waiting for your first glance, a glance of forgiveness, of gentleness, a glance that says, I'm still here, and I still love you. Dear friend, let that light flow out from the mirror and into your chest. Each ray washes away the self-blame I did something wrong. I'm not enough. I'm not worthy. You can whisper, like a mother soothing a frightened child within my dear. You deserve to stay. My dear, you don't need to try to be chosen. My dear, you are light. I see myself in the light of compassion. I no longer blame myself for being afraid. I deserve love simply because I exist. Dear friend, now that the light has returned to your gaze, it's time to reconnect with the gentlest part within you, the place where love has never left. Dear friend, now that you've seen yourself in the light of compassion, it's time to return to a deeper place, a place fear cannot touch, a place where no one can reject you, because there you are simply you, no permission needed, no need to be chosen, no need to strive to be worthy. I call that place the love within. It's not something you create, it's something you've always carried. Like an underground stream, if you sit still long enough, it will flow back to you. Dear friend, place both hands on your heart. No reasoning, no analyzing. Just touch gently and long enough to feel I'm touching myself. You can close your eyes and imagine in your chest a soft glow is blooming. It's not blinding like the sun. It's gentle like moonlight, quiet like morning dew, kind like a mother's hand stroking your hair in the night. That is the love within you, still there, even if you've been rejected, even if you've closed yourself off, even if you've thought, I'm not worthy. This love has never withdrawn its invitation. This love needs no conditions. This love is you before every no from the outside. Dear friend, when you reconnect with this source of love, you begin to understand. You don't need others' love to know your worth. You don't need to be chosen to know you're a gift. You don't need anyone's approval to love yourself right now. Let this love within wrap around you like a warm blanket. Let it whisper in your ear, my dear, you don't need to do anything more to be loved. My dear, you are love. I connect with the love within me. I no longer seek acceptance from the outside. I am love. I am enough. Dear friend, now that love has spoken from within, we'll do the most sacred thing. Embrace the child within you, the one who once shrank back because of rejection. Dear friend, now that you've touched the love within you, I invite you to return to someone who's always been waiting for you, the child within you. That child is the faint voice you often ignore, the anxiety you feel when you're about to open your heart. The one who still believes if I show all of myself, if I step out too far, I'll be rejected. That child doesn't need you to grow up. They only need you to come no explanations. Just be present. Just open your arms. Imagine a small room, softly lit. The child is sitting curled up in a corner, knees drawn in, eyes wide, not crying, just breathing quietly, afraid of being a bother. Dear friend, step inside, not loudly, not in a rush. Kneel down to their level and whisper gently, I'm here now, my dear. You don't need to be afraid anymore. You can reach out your hand, they might pull back, but wait, don't push. If you're patient, and your love is deep enough, they'll come closer. Just one small step, but the first step toward being accepted. When they come to you, hold them and let your heart speak. My dear, I'm sorry for leaving you alone with your fear. You don't need to be strong. You don't need to be better. You don't need to be perfect. You are loved even when you tremble. I choose you not because you're perfect, but because you're you. Dear friend, every time you fear rejection, it's this child feeling anxious in your heart. Now that you know how to hold them, every time you tremble is a chance to love them more. No one but you can give them that sense of safety. No one but you can become the home they've always waited for. Today, you've come home. I embrace the child within me. I am the first to choose them. From now on, they no longer need to fear being left behind. Dear friend, when you've embraced the most vulnerable part of you, we'll step out into the world together with a heart that's been cared for, no longer as afraid as before, but with a new trust. I can open my heart and still be safe. Dear friend, after you've held the child within, your heart is likely softer, more vulnerable, but also brighter than ever. I want you to take a deep breath and exhale slowly. Feel the space within you where the whisper of fear is no longer, but instead there's light, gentle, slowly spreading. You can place your hand on your chest, right where you feel your heartbeat, and hear me whisper, I don't need to be accepted to feel worthy. I am loved right now, simply because I am here. Dear friend, the fear of rejection once made you shrink. It made you think you had to be more perfect, better, more attractive, to be loved. But dear friend, true love doesn't need conditions. It comes like the sun rising every morning. It doesn't ask if you're worthy of being shone upon today, and neither do you. The light within you is always there, no matter who turned away, no matter what door closed, no matter whose eyes passed over you as if you were invisible. The light within you still shines. You can whisper to yourself, I deserve to be loved even if others haven't seen me. I am love, no one needs to prove that to me. Dear friend, when you rebuild this trust, you no longer seek love as a reward. You live as if love is the essence you carry. You don't come to beg others to choose you. You come to share your light when you're ready. I have been chosen by the universe itself, and I am love. I am light. I don't need acceptance to feel complete. Dear friend, when your heart knows it is love, you no longer fear rejection, because you know you no longer reject yourself. Dear friend, now, when you've remembered that you are worthy, when you've told yourself, I am love, it's time to live with an open heart. I know the thought of opening your heart after pain is frightening. You may have loved and not been loved back. You may have dreamed and been rejected without mercy. You may have reached out and been turned away. And you think, if I open my heart again, I'll hurt again. Dear friend, take a deep breath. I want you to imagine your heart like a lotus flower. It once closed, but every time you embrace yourself, every time you whisper, I am still lovable, another petal slowly unfurls. Your heart isn't weak, it's courageous. And courage isn't the absence of fear. It's feeling fear, but choosing to open anyway. When you open your heart, you don't invite pain. You invite light. You become a radiant mirror so other souls can look and remember they too can love without fear. You can repeat after me. I open my heart not to beg for love, but to spread love. I may be hurt, but I won't be broken. I am light. I am safe in my own open heart. Dear friend, from here, you no longer need to hide your light. You don't need to hide your true smile to avoid rejection. You don't need to disguise your heart to protect yourself. Step out into the world as you truly are, radiant, gentle, and complete in the love you give yourself. I open my heart. I am love. I am safe living true to my heart. Dear friend, breathe slowly and lightly. I want you to imagine before you is a path. On it, there are cracks. Each crack carries the memory of a rejection, the cold words of a loved one, the indifferent glance of an old lover, the silence you didn't understand, and the emptiness in your heart after it all. You stand there on this cracked path, and you keep walking. You don't need to erase those cracks. They're part of your journey, but you can plant in each crack seeds of light. Imagine every past rejection now a place where you sow seeds of self-love. Every time you were turned away now a place where you plant patience and compassion. Every pain now fertile ground for the light within you to take root. You can close your eyes and say to each memory, thank you for coming. I've learned to love myself more because of you. Dear friend, you are not what others failed to see in you. You are everything you're beginning to see in yourself and cherish. I want you to place your hand on your heart and say these words slowly. I've been rejected, but today I choose to stop rejecting myself. I've shrunk before, but today I bloom as myself, as you're turning old fears into the foundation of new light. And you're not doing this alone. I'm here with you and within you. There's always that light brighter than any rejection. Every painful memory is a chance to love myself more. I turn fear into light. I turn pain into love. Dear friend, close your eyes and allow yourself to breathe slowly, deeply. You've walked a long journey. You've looked at the pain. You've embraced the hurt. You've forgiven. You've chosen love. Now, this is the moment of opening. You once closed your heart, afraid that if you gave again, you'd be rejected again. But dear friend, you don't need to give to be recognized. You don't need to prove anything. You only need to open. Imagine your heart like a rose. At first, it was closed, curled up in fear. Then the light of your love began to touch each petal. One by one, they begin to unfold. No rush, no force, just light and gentleness. You are allowed to receive love, recognition, joy, support, miracles. You don't need to do anything more. You don't need to become more worthy. You don't need to be better. You are enough right now. And because you are enough, you deserve to receive gently and fully. You can say to yourself, softly, I allow myself to receive. I deserve unconditional love. You can imagine a stream of light from the universe, pouring over your head, flowing through your heart, spreading through your body. That is the light of love, and you're opening the door to welcome it home. I open myself to receive. I am a magnet for love and healing. I deserve to be loved, seen, and embraced right now. Dear friend, take a deep breath. Feel the cool breeze touching your heart. You are coming home. If you're ready, we'll move to the final part, part 10, rebirth in love, where you no longer just overcome fear, but stand tall, radiant, as the love you've always sought. Dear friend, we've walked through the darkness together. We've looked at the places you hid, shrank, and dared not touch. And now we stand at a deeply sacred moment, the moment of rebirth. Rebirth isn't becoming someone else. It's returning to yourself. It's letting go of the armor of defense. It's refusing to let fear define you. It's breathing and knowing, I am light, I am love, I am enough. Imagine you're standing in a garden full of flowers. No one judges, no one abandons. Just a gentle breeze, warm sunlight, and your heart whispering, I'm here, I love you. And then you see another version of yourself, the one who was hurt, who was rejected. You walk over and embrace that child. No words needed, just arms and love. You no longer need anyone to validate you, because you've chosen to validate yourself. You no longer demand love from the outside, because you've become that love. Today you are reborn, not because the world has changed, but because you choose to see yourself through the eyes of light. I am gentle, steadfast, and complete light. I no longer fear rejection, because I've accepted myself. Every breath is a step back to love. Dear friend, embrace yourself now. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, I'm here. I'm always here. You've overcome the fear of rejection, not by fighting, but by loving, by forgiving, by opening. You've crossed over not just to live, but to bloom.